everyone, welcome to 24/7. My name is Niharika Avalia and I am with you with the area of advanced business and financial management. Okay, so here comes another set of questions for you. That is for 80 days, 80 classes. Okay, here comes the first question, everyone. The first question, just don't go with the number there, it's just a mistake there. The capital structure implies it the plus the reserves and surplus plus the long term borrowings, or share capital plus the long term as well as the short term debts, or is it share capital plus the long term debts, or is it equity and preference share capital? Okay, so when we talk about this, that is a capital structure, this means the way the organization is keeping its invested money. That means in which their debt as well as their equity. So in this case, the correct answer would be what? The correct answer would be the share capital plus the reserves plus the long term debts. That means we are keeping an eye on the debt as well as the equity of the organization. But as per the concept, what we do here is that when we are calculating it, the equity would be basically owners' funds and the debt would be only and only long term. No short term is added in this area. Right? Done, everyone? So if I talk about the debt structure, then capital and equity are those amounts that we have invested in the business. But this is a blend of whatever I am putting in and whatever other people, if I'm not able to put in that much amount of money, then what is the amount that other people are putting in for me? Next point, that is, what do you mean by the financial leverage? What is financial leverage accordingly to you? The financial leverage, there are two kinds of leverage actually. There is financial leverage and the second one is operating leverage. Operating is for the day-to-day business. If I'm investing in the business, then it would be operating. Otherwise, it would be financial leverage. Financial leverage can be stated as something that involves the, what do you mean by leverage, everyone? That means we are giving some kind of power to the business. Now that particular thing is called leverage. So in this case, what would be the answer according to you? Is it EBIT upon EAT, that is earning before interest as well as tax divided by earnings after tax, or EBIT upon EBT, earnings before tax, or earnings after interest and tax and earnings before tax, or this is basically contribution divided by EBIT? According to you, what is the correct answer? The EBIT upon EBT. This is earnings. This is earnings before interest and tax. Earnings before interest and tax divided by earnings before tax. That is EBIT upon EBT. Next point, which of the following is the most serious problem that might arise due to excessive reliance on the internal recruitment? If the organization is involved in too much recruitment, they're just putting more and more and more people into their organization, what does it cause? Does it cause reduced job performance, or high labor turnover, lack of motivation, or internal resistance? If the number of people are increasing day by day, now something that will happen is over recruitment will be basically a weird situation, right? If we rely on the people who are working in the lower area, then they are shifted to the next, promotion is given to them time and again, they will become lethargic. They'll be like, acha, this job is mine, and at the same time, however I work, I'll be still promoted. Now this ideology that I'll be still promoted will kill their performances, because they are not being competitive anymore. They are just doing their work, and that too in whatever performance they are looking forward to. These things are not helping them to grow further. If it is not helping them to grow further, what they need is they need to do something about that scenario. When they want to increase that particular thing, this is not lack of motivation. They know our job is secured, what can be done. Then the job performance can be hampered. The high labor turnover will never be there, internal resistance will never be there. But the problem is excessive reliance on internal recruitment. When we ask yes, there's one more problem. If I the correct answer, no doubt the job performance would reduce, but still the problem of internal recruitment would be more than that. Why? Do you know, when you rely on internal recruitment a lot, the moment you find someone who is better than the person who's recruited, from the lower level, that means a person who started from the you can say finance level, then he rose up to the CEO. The moment he wants to be an MD, someone else becomes an MD, this person will have an internal resistance. Even though he knows that particular person deserves to be an MD, he'll still fight with it. He'll still be fighting that, nay, nay, I deserved it. Why is this person sitting into that position? Why? Because there's a resistance from their side. Because according to them, since they had been sitting in the organization for so long, they should be given a promotion. That particular ideology is very, very dangerous. So that is the internal resistance, right? Next question. Then, what do you talk about? Which of the following formulae is used to calculate the degree of combined leverage? That means the combined leverage is for both the operating and the financial. Is it percentage change of EBT divided by percentage change of EBIT, or percentage change of EPS divided by percentage change of sales, or percentage change of EBIT upon percentage change in sales, or none of the above? What would be the correct answer? The correct answer here would be percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in sales. So in this case, the correct answer would be B. The degree of combined leverage is the product of degree of operating leverage and degree of financial leverage. It is used to respond the company's earnings in comparison to its sales. Basically, in this case, what's happening? Percentage change in EPS upon percentage change in sales. We are looking forward towards operating as well as the financial work together. Whatever we need on a daily basis, and whatever we need to increase our earnings for the organization, that means our shareholders needs to be kept happy now. That is the point that they are looking forward to. So in this case, it would be B. Okay, I think we are done with this question, but let's look at it again. The term capital structure implies share capital plus reserves plus long term debts. If we look at, then is share capital plus long and short term debts. C is share capital plus long term debts, or equity and preference share capital. The point is, when we look at share capital plus reserves, this is what we can specify as this amount. Share capital plus reserves would be giving us a total of shareholder funds. This is the amount that we are putting into the business there, and plus the long term debts. The long term debts are the ones which are taken for more than 1 year. So it would be share capital plus the reserves plus the long term debts, that is capital structure. We do not look at the short term debt, we just look at the long term debt. Next point, the process of narrowing a large number of candidates to a smaller field is called rushing, recruitment, selection, or enrollment. What would the point here, everyone? process of narrowing in a large number of candidates. That means we would have seen Mr. N, Mr. IX, Mr. Y, Mr. Z. We're looking at so many people out there now. Then we'll be looking forward to only a limited number of people. From these, we'll be selecting the one who should be there into the post there that we're talking about. So that would be selection. Done, everyone? The correct answer here would be selection. Why? Because in terms of recruitment, we are adding more and more and more people. And then selection says, no, no, this particular person should not be chosen. That particular person should not be chosen. We are removing the number of people who are not desirable to us, right? So in this case, it will come out to be selection. Next point, 1 can be sure about the future course of actions by making good plans. Reasoning, planning brings certainty in future course of actions of an organization. First, reasoning is correct, but A is not correct. A is correct, but R is not correct. Both A and R are correct, or both A and R are not correct. What would be the correct answer, everyone, in this case? In this case, the correct answer is whenever we decide the first thing, that is important. That means reason is correct, but the assertion is not correct. The first thing is says one can be sure about future course of actions by making good plans. We can have this is what I want, this is what I don't want, but those things are there. But the point is the future course of action cannot be determined on this basis, right? And since the future course of action can vary when the plans fail, whenever there is a basic dynamic situation there, the best plans can fail. So that doesn't allow us to look forward to, but it brings a certainty. For example, if I decide, nay, today I'll be doing this, nay, today I'll be doing that, I'll be leaving everything else, I'm just focusing on this. This is my plan now. This is what I look forward to, right? So in this case, the correct answer is that planning, it doesn't bring certainty, but it can give a particular feeling that yes, this is what I'll be doing in future. Next point, what does a high payout ratio indicate? Does this mean I've got good amount of money, or the management is not plowing back enough profit, or the management is plowing back enough profit, or the company is earning high profit? A high payout ratio would mean that the organization is not keeping enough for themselves. This means this is a negative point. The management is not plowing back their profits. They are not putting back the money they have. So this is a negative point rather than being a positive point, because the organization is not keeping even a single penny for themselves. That is not good for them now. How will they grow further now? To grow further, they need to keep the money with themselves, right? So it's a negative point. The management is not plowing back its profit. High payout ratio means if you are earning 10 rupees, you are giving 8 rupees. Why are you just saving those rupees too now? It's of no use. You need to save more. In order to have more money for your future, you'll have to save more. Isn't it? Next point, arrange the following staffing procedures to in correct sequence. Determining sources of personal supply, then preparing personnel specifications or selection of personnel or determining personnel characteristics. What is the correct way of looking forward towards a person that we want to keep? Source of personal supply, then preparing that particular person for specifications, selection of a personnel or determining. The correct answer would be A. First of all, you look at the kind of person that you want. Then you determine what kind of people you're looking forward to, the options that we're looking forward to. Then among the options you will determine the characteristics. Achha, the particular person that I want should be like this. Then you will look forward to that particular characteristics, and then based upon whatever you want, you will decide the fourth level, selection of the person that should be chosen by you. Right? Next question. The managerial function of staffing is most closely related to controlling, leading, marketing, or organizing. If I look at staffing there now, staffing is very much closely related to organizing. Why? We start with planning, then we go to organizing, then we go to staffing, then we go to directing, and then we go to controlling. That is post corp to be taken there. It is basically planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. We work. So in this case, that's the answer. Okay, this is it for the day, everyone. But if you're preparing for CAIIB, the examination is coming up. Have you really looked forward to your preparation in a better way? If you haven't, then the very first thing that you need to do is go ahead and check out our website. If you haven't checked out the website yet, for further details, you should check out whatever we are having. Do you know CIB batches are coming up from 21st of April there? If you haven't seen that, then go ahead and check it out. Same on our website. What you need to do is basically go on the JIB and CIB era. Let me just guide you where to go exactly. You have to go onto our website, that is www.adda247. Go onto the area of JIB and CIB. Just go onto the CIB 2023. Here you will find all the details of the upcoming batch that is starting there. This is there. Along with this, you will be getting the entire classes time period, that is 7 to 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. ABFM is also there. BRBL is also there. All the classes are already specified here. Right, so you can check out all the classes that will be starting in this upcoming period. If you're looking forward to it, what can be done? You can actually use the code Y541 and get a discount of up to 78%. This is 77 if you have your app. Then with the using of app there and using the particular code Y541, you can get it for an amount of 77% discount. That means this will give you 5519.77. Achha, along with this, there's one more option. If you're looking forward to this examination and you're like, nahi, I want more. You also want the elective examination, but you're also looking forward to the revision batches and you don't want to pay time and again. So you can be economically better in this case. Okay, so in this case, what you can do is you can go into the JIB and CIB Kamaha pack. Just go onto the CIB Kamaha pack. This includes hours of classes, 65 test series, 514 videos, and 124 ebooks. What you can do is you can go ahead and check it out. There are 5 electives covered in rural, HRM, IT, Digi, and risk management and central banking. What you need to do is you need to go onto this area and then you need to click on the area of buy now, and you can use the code Y541. As soon as you will apply this code, this will cost you 8049.77. That means this 8,000 rupees can save a lot of time because you don't have to buy revision batch, you don't have to buy any other specific batch out there. This particular one batch can save your money because you don't have to pay for electives, you don't have to pay for the revision batches or the power pack or the case study batch, whatever batch is coming up, and both bilingual as well as English medium batches open for you. That means you can look out for the content in any of the classes without any hassle, right? So if you're looking forward to better content in a better way of preparing, then kindly go ahead and join our classes, and we as a mentor would be guiding you as well as teaching you all the concepts of the CAIIB examination, right? Thank you so much everyone. I'll be meeting you tomorrow. Thank you.